How do I describe Maryland? Maryland's a tough state. It really is. People often ask me to describe Maryland. That's what I tell them. Well, why is it a tough state? I say, well, look at our state flower, the black-eyed Susan. You know you're from a really tough state when your official state flower has the same name as a domestic violence victim. I do love getting down to the Baltimore area. Those of you who don't go down to the Baltimore area enough or, not at all, whatever, I recommend going to the true sites of Baltimore. Just going ahead and having the true Baltimore experience. And I'm not talking about, going to Camden Yards or M&T Bank Stadium or the Inner Harbor National Aquarium, none of that. Pick any random street, just drive down, stop at a red light, look over on the sidewalk, you see a used condom lying on the ground, and a dead drug addict still wearing it. Take me home to where I'm from.
You've been listening to stand-up comedy from my guest today, Tom Myers. He is an actor, a sports PA announcer, an event MC. He's also a stand-up comedian. Tom, thank you very much for joining us today.
Now, what was that sigh that you just gave? Like, all of a sudden, stand-up comedians are the pariahs of society, or is it just me, or have I become the social pariah now?
Actually, no, because you do so many things. I was exhausted before I got to the stand-up comedian. But welcome back. Actually, this is Tom's second time in the studio, and it's so fun to watch people continue on with their careers and see what kind of things they're doing. But first, for those who didn't get a chance to meet you last time, Tom, comedy. The art of comedy.
Yes.
Oh, my. This is one of the toughest genres you can get into. Why comedy?
Because, I absolutely hate challenges, and I thought to myself, what is the best way to show that I really, really hate myself? No. I really enjoyed getting into stand-up because I had done acting for so long. I'm a trained theatrical actor. I was trained in high school and college. And I've always been fascinated by the art of stand-up, even before I'd started doing theater and acting and plays. So I thought, that's the next logical step for me to go. So I started doing that, and I just haven't looked back since.
Now, you actually did your first CD back in 2004, which was called Words of Mass Destruction. Pretty clever there, Tom.
In case you can't tell by the title, it was a heavily political album, heavily political CD. Made money off it, which is the more important thing. So it was on paper anyway, it was a good investment. Unfortunately, for me, that stuff is dated, so it doesn't hold out as long. So there's always the need to go out and do another one, which is why I'm here today.
So it's 9 years later. Why now? And you've got to tell us the title. It's a pretty fun title of your new CD.
The title of the CD is Pitchforks, Torches, and Other Random Thoughts. Obviously, you can't see the photo, but the photo is a theater hall, features my name, the title of the CD, on a cartoon marquee, and some cartoon figures, each holding various implements of destruction, such as lit torches and pitchforks, and apparently a baseball bat with several nails through it. I have no idea how that got on there, but it was a buddy of mine who designed the cover after he heard the title.
Oh, that's great.
And the title is in reference to my rather confrontational tone, both on and off stage, so I'm actually making fun of myself on the cover and by means of the title. And the other random thoughts I just threw in there, so that was Pitchforks and Torches. Other random thoughts I just threw in there just to sort of lighten up the title.
So why 9 years later were you ready to make one now?
Well, as you've mentioned earlier, I'm involved in so many things that whenever I'm involved in one thing, I like to go ahead and delve 100% into it, which, if you have so many things on your plate, it's difficult to do. But I wanted to make sure I did this one right. Words of Mass Destruction, I hate to say it, I love it, but it was basically a rush job, so I wanted to really take my time with it. I think Words of Mass Destruction, I did that all in less than 6 months, so I figure, well, I'll do the opposite extreme. I'll take a different tact, and so 9 years, I think, is perfect.
Let it
it all averages out.
So you've done that now. It's very exciting. So you're going around telling people about it. Tell us about your tour, recent tour you did.
I recently did a what I like to call my Desert Mocks tour. It took me through Las Vegas. Also took me into such towns as Mesquite, Laughlin, and Winnemucca. Got to work with a lot of great performers.
I think people leave Vegas to go to Winnemucca, don't they?
Or people leave Vegas because they run out of money and they start up again in Winnemucca. It's one of those towns where they're upset that Sons of Anarchy isn't on their local PBS station.
But I get out a lot. I do get out a lot. I love traveling. I love traveling to all the various little areas of this country. I love it. My favorite area to travel is the Pacific Northwest. Here's why I love it. The Pacific Northwest is neat. It's called the left coast. Now, I consider myself a very, liberal, very left-leaning kind of guy. But the people in the Pacific Northwest are, like, way too hardcore liberal, even for me. Like, I was out there for a week, and every morning there'd be someone out there, and they would come up to me every morning and be like, "Excuse me, sir, would you like an all-bran muffin, some organically grown sweet corn, and a cup of free trade coffee?" I say, "No. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to take a shit once this week and have it be solid. Is that possible?"
I'm back in Maryland now, and I'm sort of, in the meantime, taking a bit of a break from touring and from stand-up so I can go ahead and focus on things locally, including a sketch comedy series.
Yes, this is very exciting.
I'm co-writing. Yes, this is a big announcement, and I'm making it here on Harford Community College Radio, WHFC. Plugging your own station on this station. That makes sense.
Thank you.
But it's going to be the tentative plan is to go ahead and stream this online. The sketches are going to be loosely based on my stand-up and also some ideas that I've had which don't translate into stand-up. So I finally have a way I can go ahead and express these ideas that I have.
We're talking with Tom Myers. He is a sports PA announcer, an event MC, but today we're talking about his life as a stand-up comedian and also now as a writer of a sketch series. So when you say the sketch series, so we'll be actors rather than just a comedian getting up and doing jokes, ha ha ha.
Well, there's going to be some of that in there. It's like, even if I give up stand-up permanently, like if I give up performing or touring, if the sketch comedy series takes off, which I hope it will, that's still got stand-up in it, so I'll still be able to perform. But yeah, it's not going to be one of those things where I do all the roles. I do have a writing partner, a guy named Dan Davis, who also designed the cover of the CD. And like I said, it's all going to be based on my stand-up, which you've heard. It's going to be a little bit out there. So what are the plans for it? First of all, did you guys get together one night and go, "Hey, let's do this. This sounds cool"? And then what are your plans for it? The plans for it, obviously, we'd like to do as many of these as possible. We're tentatively planning just a few episodes right now. Much like my act, it's going to be sort of social commentary. It's going to satirize popular culture. I really can't get too much more into that because we're still developing some ideas. We might use some of them, we might not. So I don't want to go ahead and say, "Hey, come watch the show because it's this and this and this." And, it's all about, basket weaving all of a sudden, which it might turn into. Will you be then looking for other actors to come in and read your words and perform your words? Absolutely, yeah. We're still in the process of writing. We're hoping to have the writing completed hopefully by the spring of 2014, and then we'll hopefully be auditioning in the summer, and then we'll go ahead and start filming. I'm hoping that'll take about a year to do. Hopefully we'll be done and ready to go by the summer of 2015, and then hopefully we'll get it released from there. Are you going to go on the internet? Are you going to be distributing it theatrically? Any plans? Do you know yet? Well, obviously the theatrical part will be where my stand-up comes in. I'll go ahead and perform the live bits, and then the sketches will be interspersed. Obviously, due to the content, basically of my act and some of the sketches, I think online's going to be it's going to be the way to go. No self-respecting public access TV station would go ahead and touch this. Or it perhaps have to be one of the premium cable channels which allows different types of language beyond just the regular. So, Tom, where can folks go to learn about you? You can go learn about me and as well as pitchforks, torches, and other random thoughts on my website, tommyers.us, Myers spelled M-Y-E-R-S. I am also on Twitter, Tom_Myers.
Tom, thank you very much for joining us today and adding a little bit of hilarity to our day.
Glad I could help. And thank you for having me in. Appreciate it.
Now here's another sampling of the talents of Tom Myers.
I am happy to be back in Maryland, though. Maryland's my home state. This is my hometown. Really glad to be back here in Maryland. Home of the world champion Ravens. Let's get that on the CD. I tell you what, the week before the big game, I was walking around, I was wearing all my Raven stuff. I was wearing my Ray Lewis jersey. And someone actually had the gall to come up to me and say, "Hey, man, why are you supporting Ray Lewis? Don't you know Ray Lewis is a criminal? He got away with something, man. He should be in prison right now. He shouldn't even be playing football." This guy was wearing a Michael Vick jersey.